All right, welcome back inside the Brentwood Sportsplex as we get ready to go with the Calgary Chill hosting the Beaumont Outlaws for the very first time since 2024. It has been 2 seasons since these two teams faced off. And the last time it happened, the Chill won 12-8. They'll be trying to do more of the same as they attempt to extend their 4-game win streak against the team in the north that has struggled a little bit out the gates. 2-3-0 for the Outlaws so far, currently sitting 4th. The Chill 4-2 themselves, only losing their first 2 games of the season. We'll get ready for our opening draw. That's DaCosta for the Chill, directly across from the Outlaw, who will immediately pick up the ball, taking the first face-off straight into the Chill zone, knocked down right in front of the boards. Taking it into the corner, trying to set up high. He'll rotate it back up to Tyler Shelton, who will just go straight off. Straight across the zone, wide open. Beautiful save by Matson. The Chill start to break out now. It's quickly stolen back by the Outlaws. Kieran Lewis has it. 2-on-1 for the Chill. Baxter Graff goes low. Good save by Couturier. As now the Outlaws back down the floor once again, down the right side. That'll end up getting picked up and taken down the floor by Liam Galt before it's stolen right back as Simon Forgren takes it down the left side. Hands it off to Grayson Bateman. Bateman down the left, back up high again. Dawsdahl tries to find a cut man on the right side. So that's Charchuk up high. Bateman again, down the left. Dawsdahl. Dawsdahl walks up. Charchuk fakes, shoots, goes low, doesn't find the net. Will go back around, stolen back by the Outlaws as they go on a charge. Down the left side, knocked off his stick. And with some speed, they charge right in towards the goaltender. And it looks like that might have been my mistake. I don't believe that's Matson in between the pipes for the Chill. That is a number 30. I'll try and figure out who that is when I get a chance here, but we currently have an unnamed goaltender in between the pipes. Back up high. Going down the right side, in towards the net. Picked up and stolen back by the Chill. And now heading down the left side, Dawsdahl. Back over half, down the right. That's Clark with it. Now charging down the left, Bateman walks in, plays the contact, but it'll go right over top of the goaltender. Might have gone off the shoulder of Couturier. Back up high again, DaCosta with it. Bateman. Back down the right. Dumoulin. 15-second shot clock, trying to work their way back up. They'll wire that one just wide. Caught by Bateman. He'll pick it up, spins off the defender, walks in and fires and scores. Grayson Bateman getting the Chill on the board early. That's going to be Bateman's 11th goal of the season so far. A key player for this Chill offense early in the season, bringing it up to 27 points, just 3 off the team leader in Dumoulin. So we'll get ready for another face-off. DaCosta once again. We'll see a different look as that's Hugh for the Outlaws. That'll be one back, popped up in the air. Won by the Outlaws again, going 2-0 so far in the face-offs. Back down the left side. The Chill set up. Outlaws down the right. Lewis. He'll get it right back. Looking for options. Fires it back behind the net. 10-second shot clock. Back down along the right side. Not facing much pressure. That's Lewis again. Firing that one off the pad and into the corner. Back up high with it. Fresh shot clock to work with. Sending it all the way down and into the corner once again. Mitchell has it. He'll walk it up high. Mitchell to Lewis. Back across again. Looking for options. Up high. Lewis wires this one in on the goaltender. Another excellent save. Rebounds there. Doesn't take it. Back up high with it. Right across. Picked off by the Chill as they try and head the other direction. 1-on-2. Doesn't like it. He's going to try and slow down and wait for some help. 4 minutes gone. 1-0 Chill off An early goal by Grayson Bateman. Dawsdahl walks it right across the top as Dumoulin tries to cut this one in. Shukat in the corner. Back up high again. Tries to find a cutting. I believe that was Dumoulin, but will end up popping off his stick right in front. Bateman tried the one-timer, won't go. Outlaws pick it up on their own side. Hayne loses it. Bateman all alone. Walks in, fires, won't beat Couturier. That was another good chance for the Chill. Bateman getting plenty of them early. With it up high. Cook will take it over half before handing that one off to Mitchell. Back down the left side. Cutting across the right. Cook sends it back behind the net. Goes all the way off the boards and around. Back up high, Jamieson. Jamieson tries to hit Cook. He'll end up losing it. It's popped loose. Cook recovers for a moment, but not for long. The Chill coming in. They'll sweep that ball up and head the other way. Boys Jolie over half. He'll hand that one right off to DaCosta. Down the right side goes Dumoulin. He'll see a lane. He'll charge in and take it. Going low. They'll score. The Calgary Chill go up by 2. The offense getting started early here for Calgary, as that is Dumoulin's 18th goal of the season so far. A little bit quieter than usual against the Shamrocks. They didn't end up needing him in his normal workload. Looks like he might be trying to get the rest of it here tonight. In the draw, Dawsdahl not able to beat the Outlaw. It's knocked off his stick quick though. Down the left side, Bateman popping it back up high. Spinning off one defender. 20-second shot clock right across. Charchuk walks in, has time. Back up high with it, Dumoulin. Back over to Charchuk, diving shot, won't beat the goaltender. Don't think he caught netting either as Bateman tries to cut across, loses the ball. Stolen back by the Outlaws. Well, they won't hold on to it for long either. It'll roll all the way down the floor. Picked up in the right corner. Finding it is Tyler Shelton. He'll lose it back behind the play. Heavy hit by Baxter Graff as he tries to break out. Right across half. Sends it all the way down the floor to Damon Penoyer. Penoyer up high. Dawsdahl loses it without contact. Ends up on the floor again. Popped forward. Here comes the Outlaws. 2-on-1 down the right side. Mitchell fires. Right in on the goaltender, goes off of him and back up the floor. Up high, Jamieson. He'll pass this one right over to Bilichuk. Down the left side, good shot by Bilichuk, but will get rejected, and we'll see the Chill start to head the other direction. Down the left side, DaCosta. Shukat in the corner. That'll end up going right off somebody and back out wide. In the corner, the Outlaws restart from their own side. Jamieson, right along the boards. Big heavy hit. They'll call an illegal screen on that one. We'll see the Chill picking it up. That's popped off the defender. They'll try and walk it back over half. McCullough. Facing heavy contact. They're trying to push him over half. They'll say he didn't get over in time. Ball swatted off his stick. Picked up by the Chill. Popped in the air. Recovered by the Outlaws going down the left side as that's Mitchell with it. Walks in and fires, going low. Won't beat the goaltender. Trying to take it down the left side of the floor. Penoyer spins back, hands it off to Bateman. Bateman on the left side, working off a screen. Back up high. Dawsdahl down the right. Up high again from the pass from Clark. Heading it down the right side in the corner, charging in as the Outlaws. Good save by the goaltender, having to sprawl and jump on top of it, as that was an impressive recovery. Dawsdahl on the left side, trying to put this one past the goaltender, ends up having to give it back to the Outlaws. Walking this one over half. 11 minutes still to go in the first period. Chill up by 2 off goals from Bateman and Dumoulin. Still walk back up high with it. Passing it down the right. Long shot blocked in front. Might have gone off the back of a leg. And back out to center. Boys Jolie with it. They'll have it up high. Bateman, down the right, Dumoulin. Looking for options. Firing this one in on the goaltender. It'll go in, sneaking through just behind him. The Chill go up by 3. An early burst of offense in the first half of this first period. The Chill have been averaging 10 goals per game so far this season, and you can definitely start to see why when they're scoring at this rate. Dawsdahl goes into the draw once again. The Chill struggling in the face-off. They'll pick up their first win of the afternoon so far. The Chill, a team that usually does really well in the draws. I believe in all the games I've seen so far, they've been floating around 60%, but the Outlaws giving them some trouble early. Down the left side. Rossman back up high. Hudson Cook sends it back over to Rossman. Cook again, he'll fire. That goes right in on the goaltender. Goes off of him and back up high. The Chill down the left. Adam Cowett in the corner. Trying to send it up to Bateman. On the right side. Penoyer back to Bateman. Bateman walks in, goes low, right off the shoulder and back into the corner. Dumoulin trying to pick it up. Down the right, Dumoulin cutting his way in. He'll fire as well. Missing on that shot. It'll get picked up by Bateman. Another rebound chance for the Chill. Bateman retreats back out to Penoyer. Bateman again walks in, goes off contact, finds an angle. Good shot. Nearly recovered by the Chill again. That time, the Outlaws quick to it. Now down the right side of the floor. They're going to end up giving this one right back to the Chill. Not liking something the Outlaws were doing on the bench. Walking back over half to Costa. Acosta up high. Back to Charchuk. On the right side, popped up. Looking for a way to get this in. Might have gone blocked and sent wide, recovered by the Outlaws and picked up in that near corner. Heading back up the floor, down the right side. That'll end up missing the stick of Adam Cowett, where it's quickly recovered and sent back up the floor. Caught on the left, handed off to Jacob Shukat. Shukat with 20 seconds to work with. Passes that one in. Fakes the shot, won't go for it. That's Penoyer. Back up high to Shukat, winds up, fires. That'll go wide off a defender. And back down low. Popped off that stick. Trying to get in on the attack. It'll roll over half. We'll get it back to the Chill. Penoyer with the steal. Back over right across as they set up back up high at center. Walks in, finds a lane, wires it himself. Might have gone off a defender's stick and into the netting as we will be heading to our media break. So we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Chill starting with it off the restart from the right side. Walking in, nice little shot, but he goes off the post, off the dive, and he's quickly down, as I'm sure they're going to get the trainer out to make sure he's all right. It looked like he collided hard on the entry, as that was Dumoulin on the attempt. He'll get off on his own. Looking a little shaken, but looks like he'll be all right, thankfully. And we'll see the Outlaws head to the box here. 5 minutes. So we'll start up high with DaCosta. Down the left side, Bateman. Corner, Shukat. They work their way around the arc. In front, Shukat walks in, fires, goes high on Couturier, doesn't find it. Bateman back to DaCosta. Down the right side, Dumoulin. DaCosta again. Charchuk on the right corner. Ball hasn't hit him yet. Shukat up to Bateman, up high. That'll end up going off a defender's stick. Right back to Bateman on the right side now. Down in the corner, Dumoulin walks, fires, and goes right off the goaltender. They'll reset the shot clock. Recovered by Jamieson rolling down the floor. DaCosta, the only defender back, has to work out from the corner to try and hold on to it and waste down a little bit more time on this power play. It'll be a long one, though. Still 4 minutes to go on it. They're going to do their best to waste all of this 10 seconds. They'll have it on the outside. Back down low. Tries the jump shot. Did he? I don't think it went. They'll say it went off the back of the net. It was a nice attempt, but I don't think he could sneak it just behind the shoulders of the goaltender. Bateman up high. 20-second shot clock to work with. Dumoulin will go back and forth with Bateman. DaCosta, corner, Charchuk, up high, Dumoulin. Charchuk walks in, fires, good save by the goaltender, but it'll go all the way back out. On the right, Dumoulin, DaCosta, Bateman. Up high again, Dawsdall in the corner now, up high, Charchuk. Charchuk up to Dumoulin. Dawsdall, Bateman. Up high, Dumoulin again. DaCosta misses the pass. Trying to play the ball will be Bateman. Getting it up high on the right side. DaCosta running out of shot clock. Needed to fire. Ended up going just wide. Outlaws getting ready to start with it from the corner. Now on the left side, Rossman. Tried to push his way in on his own. Gets knocked down. Stripped of the ball as they try and knock it up the floor. Runs out of shot clock. So the Chill will start with it in the offensive zone. 2:21 left on the penalty. 4:22 left on the game clock. 3-0 for the Chill. Up high with it, DaCosta. Down the right, Dumoulin. Charchuk as well. Bateman runs across and goes right back behind the net. Has it on the far side, walks in, fakes, goes low, gets a second try. He'll score. Bateman beats him on the second shot, and the Chill go up by 4. That'll be Bateman's second of the game. He's up to 12 on the season. We'll get ready for another face-off. Still 2:06 left on the power play for the Chill. So they'll more or less get at least one more full chance at it. Chance to potentially get up to 5. DaCosta. Up at center, down the left side. Back up to Dumoulin, cutting his shoe cat, blocked in front and sent to the corner. They'll reset the shot clock. That hit the goaltender. Will end up going back on the right side of the floor. DaCosta up high. On the left side, Dosdall. Rotating his way up, fires this one right in front. It'll roll right past the goaltender. Couturier gets beat. And the Chill go up by 5. Back-to-back power play goals for Calgary. Back along the right side of the floor, picked up by the Outlaws. Shelton on the right side. Back up to center, Lewis fires that one right in on the goaltender. Penoyer takes it over half. 3 minutes to go in the first period. 5-0 for the Chill. After a very successful power play. Bateman up high, down the left side, Dosdall. On the right, Charchuk. Cuts his way in. Walks behind the net, running out of shot clock. Needs to do something. He'll dive for it. It'll go down. Takes a hit after the play. Won't be a call on it. Outlaws will keep the ball. Up high, Brownlee. Hands it off. Picked up by Bilachuk. Picked off by Boyes Jolie, and he's got a bit of speed down the right side, right in front of that Outlaws bench. He'll pop it right back up to Shukat. Shukat on the left side. 15 seconds to go. Walks it up to center. Down the right. Dumoulin finds a lane. Walks in. Fires. Goes low. Won't be Couturier. Couturier misses on the pass. Stolen back by Shukat. He'll take it to the corner. For sending it back up high to Bateman to reset. Bateman down the left side. Dumoulin. Goes low, won't beat Couturier. He was looking for his third of the first period on that shot. Lewis going back down the other way. Lewis 16 points, the leader for the Outlaws so far this season. Back up high. Trying to cut down the left, finds a lane. Ends up going down, losing the ball. Swatted into the corner. Damon Penoyer popped up in the air. Recovered by Graff. Down the left side, Dosdall. Ends up shooting this one right across, 20 seconds to go. Brownlee trying to take it over half. Walking by a few defenders down the right side. Cale Harris. Taking some heavy hits back behind the play. Going into the corner to try and dig, only 3 seconds to go. Doesn't look like they'll get a shot off as they can't get it through traffic. That'll do it for the first 20 minutes. 5-0 for the Calgary Chill over the Beaumont Outlaws. So we'll head to a break for 10 minutes before we bring you the next 40 here on NetFront Sports. All right, welcome back inside the Brentwood Sportsplex as we get ready to go for the second period. We'll give you a quick look at the stats. I know the faceoff's coming around the corner. We won't keep it up for too long. Your score is 5-0, shots 15-9. Power plays so far, the Chill are 2 for 2, and in the draw, the Outlaws beating the Chill 60% to 40%. So we'll get ready for another faceoff between the Chill and the Outlaws. It's DaCosta standing directly across from Brandon Hugh. We'll get ready to go. We're back underway. Won by the Outlaws with a quick whistle. Will be handed right back. Heading down the left side of the floor. Back up high. Back in the corner. Tried the wraparound. Bit of a jump shot there, didn't go. Heading back down the right side. That's Cowett. Charchuk. On the right side, Penoyer. Dumoulin now. Trying to walk in Dawsdahl. Back out to Charchuk. Now on the left, Bateman. That'll miss on the pass, but I think it might have collided with the goaltender who picked it up quick. As they have made a swap in between the pipes. The Outlaws switch over to Reed McLeod in between the pipes. They'll get another shot off there. Now heading back down the right side, here comes the Chill towards McLeod. 3 games played for him, an .829 save percentage. His save percentage will go up with that save, as he's had to make a few early ones in this second period. An 8.7 goals against for him as well. Back down the left side. Colby Hayne. Setting up on the left, Owen McKenna. McKenna back across, missing on the pass, as it was Hudson Cook. Tried to shoot, bit of a sprawling save. I think that did hit the goaltender, so he was able to get it on net. It was a terrific save. Walking in, goes low, bounces right off of him. As Regan Walker takes it over half. The help of Brownlee. Back up high with it. Into the corner. Trying to head the other way. It'll be an over and back call on the Outlaws. So the Chill pick it right back up. Shukat near the boards. Hands it off to Bateman in the corner. Bateman. On the right side. Charchuk. Bateman again in the corner. Rushes in, going low. Terrific save by McLeod. Back into the corner. Colby Hayne will get a quick whistle here. So they'll be forced to hand it right back over to the Chill. Might have not gotten over half in time. Picked right back up by Penoyer on the right side. That's Charchuk. Charchuk to Bateman. Cross to Clark. Fires. That'll go right wide. Forced getting stolen back by the Outlaws. Nearly popped right off his stick. Rushing out is McKenna. Down the left side. Straight across. Lewis walks in. Fires. Goes high. Terrific save again. As the Chill continue to hold on to their donut for now. That'll be an over and back call, I believe, on the Outlaws. Charchuk has it. He'll try and walk it. Down the left side. Up high. Shukat loses it. Back to Dumoulin on the right side. Rushing in. Spinning off is Penoyer. A little bounce shot won't go. Up high again. 12-second shot clock as they blow it down. Didn't like what he did there. Stolen right back. Graff on the right side of the floor, passing it across. Bateman spins off the defender. Hamill will go right off the floor. Shukat in the corner again. He'll wire this one. Good save, McLeod. Picked right back up by the Chill. Shukat with Bateman. Bateman to Dumoulin. Dumoulin up high, walks in and fires. Blocked in front. That looked like it hurt as Regan Walker feeling that one a little bit afterwards. Shukat up high with it. Wires it. Goes just wide. We'll go back down the floor. That's going to be an over and back call on the Chill. Just a few seconds before they would have gotten the shot clock either way. Mitchell finds a lane, tries to rush back behind the net. Back up high again. Cook goes right across down the left side. Rossman tries to walk in, blocked by Boyce Jolie, who loses his stick and is now trying to fight without it. The Chill able to get the steal. He'll get off the floor. And down the right side they go. Handing it off there as it was picked up. Jarchuk tries to hit Clark. He nearly grabs it while slipping. Down the left, picked up by the Outlaws. Near breakaway chance there. It's turned away as that was Hildebrand on the rush. Going right across half, Mitchell. Walking to the corner. Working their way all the way around the floor. They'll bounce off his stick, missing on the attempt. Here comes Cowett. He's got an open lane if he can get away with it, but they'll blow it down. Cowett in front and missing on that one was Dosdall. Straight into the netting, he skied it. 6 minutes gone. Still no scores here in the second period. 5-0 Chill after a dominant first. The Outlaws keeping up so far in the second. Penoyer will end up hitting the dirt. Looks like they'll give it right back to the Chill as they get their defense on the floor. Not too happy with something that was going on behind the play. Losing it, and that will narrowly avoid an over and back, but that might not be a good thing. The Chill charging in towards the play. He'll have to spin back out. He didn't have the speed to get away from the defense. Pops off his stick. Potential 2-on-0, but they'll have to start with it from the corner. Forgren, back up high, Graff. Down the right side, Dumoulin. 20 seconds, Dumoulin walks in, takes a heavy hit, off to Bateman. 15 seconds, back up high. He'll rotate off a screen from Shukat. Walks through contact, goes high, gets met by McLeod. Will get picked right back up by Shukat. Down the left side he goes. Looking for options, knocked into the boards. Trying to hit Dumoulin, will end up going down hard. Charchuk fighting for it alone in the corner against 3 Outlaws. He'll get some help from DaCosta. 5 seconds to go. Picked up by Charchuk. Walks in, fires. Good save, McLeod. Picked right back up by Cowett. That rebound allowing the Chill, to keep their offense on the floor. Charchuk in front. Trying to cut was Dosdall. Back down low with it. Knocked into the corner. Dosdall straight across to Clark in front. Bateman fires. Good save, McLeod. Now going back down the left once again. Rossman over half. He'll get knocked into the boards, losing the ball against multiple Chill defenders. As that's Penoyer trying to break out. He'll lose it as he gets stripped. The Outlaws picking it right back up. On the right side, Blachuk trying to push in. That's Lewis. Fires. Popped up in the air. Lewis gets the rebound. Now on the left side. Stolen back by Cowett. He'll have a chance to go for it, but sees the two Outlaw defenders. He doesn't like it, so he's just going to walk back out. Shoecat with it in the corner. Dawsdahl back to Shoecat. Shoecat wires that off the crossbar. Haven't scored yet in the second, but still getting plenty of offense. McLeod standing on his head a little bit as Dumoulin walks in. Good save by McLeod. McLeod with a Hail Mary pass right across half. Ends up right on the stick of Carter Mitchell. Walks it straight across center. Finds Lewis on the right. Kieran Lewis slowing up. Walks in. He'll fire. Won't be the goaltender. Walking in is Jamison on the second try. That's back-to-back shots, back-to-back saves on the Outlaws. Lewis walks in and fires again. That one might have gotten blocked by a defender. They didn't restart the shot clock. Still got 15 seconds for the Outlaws if they can find it. And we do have a player down behind the play, so we'll have a trainer come out and make sure he's all right. As it looks like he's struggling a little bit, so we'll give him a little bit of time to get his bearings and hope that he's all right. We'll be right back with you once things continue and give you an update as to how things turn out. All right, welcome back. We'll get ready to get things back underway with a face-off. The player was able to walk off on his own. It looks like he's doing better now, which is good. He'll get checked on by the trainer. They'll make sure he's all right before he continues to play. On the left side, going right across. The Outlaws setting up on the attack. Blotcha in the corner, heavy hit. The Outlaws restart. And it looks like we might be taking a timeout here, as we might be heading into our media timeout. And that does appear to be the case. So we'll be right back with you once again in just a moment. All right, looks like we're ready to get back underway here, as starting with the ball up high. I think that's Jamison with it. 10 points on the season for him. The Outlaws start to work their way around. As they fire and score, the Outlaws find their first and the first goal scored this period, as maybe a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Beaumont. That's one back by the Chill. Shukat starting with it on the left side. Up high, DaCosta. Back outside, Shukat. Right across to Charchuk. Trying to find a cutting Bateman. That goes off a defender's stick and back into the corner. 10 seconds to go. Up high, Shukat. Cross to Dumoulin, who fires. Good save, McLeod. Continues to be excellent for the Outlaws. Back up the floor. Maybe a breakaway for Mitchell. He didn't like it. He'll spin back out. McKenna on the right side. Firing on that one. That'll just nearly sneak wide. Sprawling on top of it to get the stop. Up high, Clark. Walking down the right side of the floor. Up high, Charchuk. Fires that one in. Will get stolen back by the Outlaws as they head down the left side. Cutting his way in, he'll fire, good save. Goes off into the netting. The Outlaws get it back. Hildebrand up high. Lewis walks in, fires high, good save. We'll go back into the corner. Outlaws get a fresh shot clock if they can track the ball. Looks like they will. Jamison into the corner. I believe that's Mitchell working his way back up high. Mitchell goes off a defender and into the netting. Down low. Firing will be Lewis. As it looks like they'll say that went off a defender. Giving it right back to the Outlaws again. There's a heavy fight right in the slot. And they're going to end up giving him a penalty for it. It looks like the Chill will head to the power play potentially. Unless they're taking both, but it doesn't look like that'll be the case. It's going to be an illegal cross check. Assumingly that'll be 2 minutes, but they haven't thrown it up quite yet. DaCosta will start with it up high. There you go. So 2 minutes for cross-checking. Back up high, DaCosta. Down the left side, Bateman. Back up to DaCosta. Down the right, Dumoulin. DaCosta again. That'll go right in on Bateman. He finds number 3 on the game for him. The Chill go back up by 5. And that's the 3rd power play goal of the game for the Chill. As that one had to feel good. The Chill hadn't scored since the end of that first period. So far in the second, we're tied at 1. So it's been a very different second period compared to what we had in the first. Pinned by the Chill, popped up. Trying to head back down the left. Somebody lost a shoe in that contact. The Chill will get it back. In front, Dumoulin. That'll go off the shoulder. Back into the corner. Bounced off a defensive stick. Popped up in the air. Recovered. Hamill with the help of Cowett are going to try and get it out. Back down the left. Shukat. Heavy hit. As Shukat goes across to Charchuk in front. Bateman walks in, tries to fire. Instead, Clark off the post, off the goaltender and out of the net. Mitchell starts to break his way out. Popped up. Boys Jolie gets the steal, hands it off to Cowett. Trying to find daylight. Down the left side, loses the ball. He'll get it back. Trying to roll it over to Owen Hamill. Couldn't find him. It's popped up and stolen by Jamison. The Outlaws have a 2-on-1, but it's quickly stolen back by the Chill. Heading the other way. That pass goes over the shoulder and wide. We'll go back into the corner before getting popped up along the boards. Penoyer. Up at center. Shukat. Winds up, fires, popped up in the air. Chill with the Dumoulin to DaCosta, up with Penoyer. Dumoulin in front, trying to spin was Penoyer, couldn't get it Ilus, so the Outlaws head the other way with 5 minutes left in the second period. Score is 6-1. Down the left. Outlaws trying to set up. 10-second shot clock. Lewis on the right. Trying to push his way in. Knocked off his stick. Teammate couldn't help. He had to find it. Track it himself. 3 seconds. Fires. Good save. Rebounds there, but he couldn't get a hold of it in time to shoot. This ball will be awarded back to the Chill. Graff down the right. Damon Penoyer walks it over the half line. Hands it off to Charchuk. Down the right they go. Charchuk. Up high, Shukat. Bateman in front. Goes sailing across the crease. Back in the corner, Dawsdahl. 3 seconds to go. Needs to shoot and he knows it, but he'll lose the ball attempting to enter the crease. And the Outlaws restart. On the right side now. Back up high with it. Cutting down the right. Trying to fire, that'll miss. Popped up in the air, rebounds there as well. The Outlaws recover, he'll go low, good save. He'll quickly get swatted back down as the Chill try and break out. Heading back over half, Cowett to Dumoulin to Hamill. Hamill to DaCosta. They get Charchuk on the floor. Bateman cross to Dumoulin. Cuts in, he'll go for the shot and he'll go wide. Back up to Bateman, walking in, 5-second shot clock, spins, goes just off the side of McLeod. Rushing down the left side, he has a lane, he'll go low, good save. Did it sneak through? It looks like they'll say it didn't cross the line. Although they don't know where it is, it looks like it was in the pad there of the goaltender. Graff down the left side. So he'll get picked up again by Shukat. Shukat wires this one. They'll score as Shukat's shot just barely snuck through McLeod. The Chill go up by 6. .246 left in the second period. Jacob Shukat getting himself on the board. 14 points going into the game for him. So we'll get ready for another draw. DaCosta back out there for the Chill. Winning it back. Jamison tried to swat that stick. It'll still get recovered by the Chill. Down the left side, cutting in. Walks in, fires wide. Go out of play. They're trying to say it went off of a Chill player, but they're not entirely sure. It looks like the refs are going to gather together and try and make a decision. Up high. Charchuk back over to Shukat. Charchuk again. Down the left side, Bateman cutting in. Going low, Dumoulin. That went off the goaltender and back up high. 2:17 to go. Fresh shot clock for the Chill. Dosdall. In front, shoots, good save. Dumoulin dives and scores. What an impressive effort to get the rebound and keep the feet out, beating McLeod. Dosdall pins. He'll pick it up on his own. And they'll score. The Chill off the break. Beat McLeod again. And what went from a very low scoring period at about the halfway point of the second has quickly turned right around as the Chill have seemingly figured out McLeod. Heading back down the right, rushing his way in. Here comes McKenna. Was able to get through the contact, took it back behind the net instead with 20 seconds to go. Up high, Lewis, cross to Mitchell. Mitchell on the left side. Looking for options. Finds a cut man, but it's stolen back. And now straight across half, here comes Simon Forgren. Forgren down the left, popped off his stick. Stolen right back by the Outlaws as they start their breakout. That'll end up going out of play. So the Chill get it back. Or it looks like the Outlaws will be the ones getting the ball off the whistle. 120 seconds to go. Up high. That shot goes high. Didn't beat him. Picked right back up. Penoyer. Cowett with it. Clark on the right side. Walks it up high. Finds a lane. Goes for a bounce shot. Won't go. Back into the corner. Charchuk chasing. Clark coming in to help. The Outlaws recover. They have to get it out. Running out of time here as the Chill just try and pin. And there you go. The Chill will get the ball right back in the offensive zone. Fresh shot clock with 38 seconds left in the second period. Down the left side. DaCosta up high. Charchuk. Popped up in front. Clark shoots. That goes wide and out of play. They'll say it tipped. With 22.7, shot clock off. Here comes the Chill. They'll blow it down. Timeout for the Outlaws. So we'll take a 30-second break here as your score is 9-1. The surprising thing is with 19 seconds on the board, it wasn't the Chill who took that timeout. It looked like it was the Outlaws, so they took a defensive timeout to try and figure out how they want to prevent the Chill from potentially getting double-digit goals before we head into the third and final frame. So the Chill so far this season have averaged 10 goals per game. They're at 9 right now with still 20 minutes to go. Some conversation between the referees and the head coach of the Chill. And it looks like Calgary will go with the empty net look. Six on 5 with 19 seconds on the board. Charchuk up high. He'll start with it from half. before it immediately gets blown down again here. As they're trying to figure something out. Some confusion on the floor, it would appear. Looks like they got it sorted now. 18.6 now on the board. Here we go. Block winding down. Charchuk. He'll get picked off. Here comes the Outlaws. McKenna down the left side. Easy breakaway. He scores. The Outlaws score the empty netter off the steal. And that's the risk you take when you pull your goaltender to end a period. And that one's going to sting just a little bit. We'll get ready for another face-off. DaCosta in the draw. Ball quickly pinned, trying to get it out, won by the Outlaws. Rushing in. Good save, wasn't able to beat the goaltender, and with that, we will head into our second intermission. Your score 9-2. We've got 10 minutes here before the third period. Do not go anywhere. You are watching the Calgary Chill and the Beaumont Outlaws here on NetFront Sports. All right, welcome back inside the Brentwood Sportsplex as we get ready to go for the third period action between the Calgary Chill and the Beaumont Outlaws. We have our stats from that second period. Your score after 40, 9-2, favoring the Calgary Chill. Shots 33 to 25 so far on the power play. The Calgary Chill are 3 for 3. The Outlaws yet to get a chance up a man. So far in the draw, the Outlaws are doing well there. 58% for them, 42% for the Calgary Chill. As getting ready for another face-off, Cale Harris for the Outlaws, straight across from Brody DaCosta. DaCosta has been the usual face-off man for the Calgary Chill this season. Has done well this season, struggling a little bit against the size of Harris, and it looks like we're going to see more of that as Harris won the draw but quickly got stripped of it. Heading the other way, the Chill picking it up. That's Dumlin back up high to Dosdall. On the right side, over to Charchuk. Trying to work off the screen, has an option up high, he'll take it down the left side. Graff getting some offensive reps, walking in. Dumlin, he'll lose the ball, trying to stop the over and back with 5 seconds to go. Couldn't get to it in time, the ref will say, so we'll start with it with the Outlaws in the offensive zone. Hildebrand down the right. Cook. Back down the left. Jamison up high. Lewis cuts his way in. Has an angle on net. Diving on top of it. They'll keep it out somehow. That was an excellent stop. The Chill playing with an affiliate goaltender. So far has stopped 24 of 26. An impressive debut for him. As jumping high, he'll try and put that on net. He'll knock the net off. I don't think he got it in before doing it. So it looks like the Outlaws will get the ball here. Just a minute gone here in the third period. Still Reed McLeod in between the pipes for the Outlaws. He had a very good second period. Now stolen out of his stick by Cowett down the left side. Takes it over half and waits, handing it off to Damon Penoyer. Penoyer waits, gets some help up high on the right side of the floor. Logan Penoyer coming out. Cutting his way in, looks, fires, good save up high. Will go into the corner before getting stolen back by the Outlaws. Didn't like something that Beaumont did there. The Chill will get it straight from the corner. Back up high, Damon Penoyer. Up in the left corner, down the right side. Shukat looks for options. That's Dosdall wiring it wide. That's going to go off the netting and back down the floor. Mitchell up high on the right. Lewis. Back down the left, long shot, that's blocked and sent back down. The Chill getting an offensive zone possession. Bit of a different offensive unit out there for Calgary as we see Shukat still out there as well as Charchuk. Clark as well, but we're seeing a little bit more Damon Penoyer. As a player goes down for Calgary behind the play, it looks like he's going to be able to get up on his own as that's Eric Clark. Feeling like he got caught up high towards the end of that play. Popping this one up, Outlaws down the right, Lewis with it. Working his way in slow, down the left. Up high, trying to push in. Down the right. Lewis cuts his way across half. Down the left, walks in and fires. That's going to go off a defender and wide. Shot clock violation on the Outlaws. Here comes Cowett. Down the left on the charge. Goes low. McLeod meets him. Rebounds there. As Boys Jolie got the attempt. Two good saves there by McLeod. Back in the corner. Walking it over half is Cale Harris. Popped off a few sticks, but recovered by the Chill. They'll cut across half. Heavy hit by Owen Hamill. The Chill give the ball back. Now on the right side, Hudson Cook. Cook right across the zone. Jamison to Lewis. Firing this one. Loose in front, trying to get it up to Lewis once again. Looking as Cook walks in. That'll get shot off the netting. And now Graff trying to break out, having to deal with some pressure. Stick knocked right out of his hands and recovered by Mitchell. Mitchell up high with it on the left side. Hildebrand loses the ball right on his own. It'll go sailing into the boards. Both teams trying to pick it up. They get stuck in the corner, trying to sweep. Will end up right behind the net. 4 minutes gone, still no score here in the third. Now back down the left, Dosdall. Charchuk. Up high, working off a screen from Dumoulin. Charchuk back to Dumoulin, but put it a little behind him. Will end up back up high. Going across the zone. Off the boards, trying to hit Dosdall 3 seconds ago. Needs to shoot. Running out of time, and ball gets knocked off his stick. The Outlaws get it back. Heading back up the floor. Armitage gets it over half. Down the right, Jamison. Hildebrand up high, shoots it low. That might have gone off the leg of a Chill defender. Back up high, Jamison, another shot attempt. That goes off the side of the net, I think they'll say. The Outlaws get it back. That'll register as a shot. It's up high, Lewis has it. Down the right, Lewis fires, he'll score. The Outlaws find number 3. Kieran Lewis with a laser from the right side. Had 10 goals going into this one. I believe that's his first on the day as well. DaCosta, that'll get pinned as the Chill pick up a face-off victory. Back down the left. Baxter Graff with it, up high. Down the right, Dumoulin in front, good shot by Penoyer. Puts it on a line, and the Chill find number 10. That was Damon Penoyer scoring his first of the season, had 2 assists going into the day, up to 3 points on the season now. Now down the right, Damon Penoyer has a cut, and Dumoulin walks in, fires and scores. Back-to-back goals for the Calgary Chill. So we'll get ready for another face-off. Cale Harris. He'll step up. DaCosta picking up the win and juking a few defenders out of his way. Back down the right side. Into the corner. Across the zone. Graff. Up high, misses on that pass. It'll go down the right. Right across inside, popped off a defender's stick, and this is going to end up going sailing all the way across. The Outlaws get it over half. Shelton Straight across, as it looks like the Outlaws might get their first power play of the game here. Still have a 6-on-5. 10 seconds. Lewis down the right, Cook. Cook finds a man behind, pops off his stick into the netting as we're gonna get an answer on what this will be. It'll be a slash going to Baxter Graff, it would appear. It's gonna be 2 minutes for slashing. So the Outlaws will finally get their first chance on the power play. Quite a different game we've seen from the Chill compared to what they had against the Shamrocks. It's almost over-adjusting a little bit, as against the Shamrocks, I believe they took 11 or 12 penalties. The penalty kill on Friday was excellent for them. Let's see if they have that again. Lewis, back up high, down the right, looking for options, fires it low. Back in the corner, up high. Down the right, Lewis winds up and fires and scores. A power play goal for the Outlaws, as that's number 4 for them. Dawsdall in the draw. DaCosta will get a break. Still across from Cale Harris, who has been very effective in the face-off. This will be won by the Chill once again. At least it looked like it. Finally, it's popped up and picked up by the Outlaws, who I think will end up getting that one. We'll get a fight right along the boards here. I don't think gloves have dropped, but we've got a bit of a high school wrestling match going on here. The refs will come in to clean this one up, as that's McKenna going against Cowett. Looks like they've got that ironed out quick. We'll wait and see if they decide to award penalties for this one. 12:35 left in the third. Well, there's one. McKenna will go to serve for the Outlaws. And the refs coming over to the Chill bench. It looks like they might take both. Bit of an update from the North Division for you. We do have a trade as Lewis cuts his way in. Try and find a chance to tell you about the details of that, as quite a few picks going back and forth between the Crude and Rebels. Down the left side in the corner. The Outlaws setting up. Lewis walks in, fires. That might have gone off the helmet, as the Crude will be receiving Declan Brighton, as well as a 2027 first-round pick, a 2027 sixth-round pick for Will Horn, who will be heading over to Fort Saskatchewan. That was reported on NetFront. Popped up in the slot. Down the right side. Walking in is Cook. That'll go off the backboards and right back in front, picked up by Cowett. Now back down the left side, just crossing over the halfway point of this third period. 11-4 is the score here at Brentwood. The Chill looking dominant here at home. Walking in, diving shot. I don't know if he got that on net, as he was knocked down in the process. Popped up in front. Rebound might have been there. McKenna coming in to pick it up. He's going to go for a run with Dawsdall on his hip. Trying to chip this one forward. Behind the back pass, didn't go. Dawsdall has it on the left side. Waiting for help. Pops it up high to DaCosta. Now on the left. Clark with it. Now back to Shukat. He'll score from up high. That's number 12 for the Chill. The offense continues to look terrific for Calgary. DaCosta. As they award the face-off to the Chill for blowing it down, and it looks like we're going to end up going to our media break. So we'll be right back with you in just a little bit. All right, welcome back. Third period action, 8:48 left in between the Calgary Chill and the Beaumont Outlaws. The Chill up 12-4, an 8-goal lead for the home Calgary team, as they are attempting to pick up their 5th win of the season. Graff shooting it low off the goaltender. That'll give him a new shot clock from the corner. That shot by Logan Penoyer won't go through. Still 10 seconds to go. Across the Damon Penoyer, up high. Fires this one just wide. Go back down the floor. Into the corner we go. The Outlaws starting with it. There to pick it up. That's going to be Hudson Cook. Cook down the left. Jamison finds an angle. Won't be able to take it to the net. Goes to the corner instead where it's picked off his stick. Cowett might have a break if they can get it to him. It's a 2-on-1. Here comes the Chill. They'll fire off the post. And stolen back by the Outlaws. They might have a rush the other way, as that's McKenna and Mitchell trying to pull away. That's going to be an easy over and back call for the referees. The Chill getting an offensive zone possession here. Fresh shot clock to work with. Dawsdahl now on the left side. Fires this one. That might have gone off the post, so the Chill will get it back. Up high on the left. In front, Shukat tried to find a diving Charchuk. Going to the corner instead. Dawsdahl gets a grip of it. Breaks his own ankles, but able to hold on to the ball and go back up high. Clark with it. Down the right, Beaumont. In front, that's a heavy hit. He'll go sailing all the way across the zone. Back up high, swatted down, and into the corner it goes. That'll be a shot clock violation for the Chill. And it looks like they're going to call for a wipe down on the floor here. There might be a slippery surface somewhere that they're going to try and make sure gets clean. So they don't want anybody slipping, and that might have been the spot that we saw Ethan Dawsdahl lose his grip. Lewis walking it over half, down the right. Cook with it. Off the glass and straight onto the stick of Forgren. Forgren gets it over half, not much further. He'll get knocked off his stick. Graf going along the boards to pick it up. As they try and push this one down the left side of the floor. Graf still fighting for it, as well as Hamill in the corner. 10 seconds to go. Pushing his way in. That's Graf with it. Running out of time. 5 seconds. Needs to shoot. He'll fire it in on goal. Goes for the rebound. It'll end up getting picked up by the Outlaws. Walking this one down the left side. DaCosta. Penoyer. So pick this one up down the left side. Shoot cat, jump shot, it'll go. Number 13 for the Calgary Chill. Jacob Shukat continues to add to his total. Getting ready for another draw, Dosdall. Face off won by the Outlaws. Before getting stolen right back by the Chill. Heading down the right side. Dosdall up high, 20 seconds to go. Down the right, Charchuk. Working their way down the left. Cutting back behind the net, and that's Charchuk with it. Pushing his way in through the slot. Winds up, fires, good shot. Will end up going wide, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on Calgary. Picked up by the Outlaws. Hildebrand shoots it right across. Walking in, Mitchell. Lewis winds up, fires. We've seen that look from him a few times today. It won't go his way this time, as he'll start with it along the boards. Right in front, Mitchell has a chance. Walks in, fires. Good save, as they'll jump on top of that one. Hamill passes it forward. Down the left, DaCosta. DaCosta in the corner. Walks in, cuts in, shoot cat goes for the attempt. Goes off the goaltender, up high into the netting. Chill will get it back. DaCosta down the left side. Shoot cat, nice shot once again. That goes off the goaltender. Chill get it back once more. Shoot cat down the left side. Trying to push his way in. Goes low. Good save, McLeod. Chill with another rebound. Back down the left. Dosdall to Shukat. Fires that over top of the net, and it'll go rolling right down the floor. Over and back call on the Chill. They'll finally lose possession. 3:44 left in the third period. 13-4. That'll be Jamison right along the boards. Pushing his way in, goes high. Good save by the goaltender. So end up going off of something and end up on an Outlaws stick. Didn't quite find the target he was looking for. Goes right across. Jamison cutting in, has a man. Good save. Sprawling out to stop him. That was Chase Richardson on the shot. Graf back down the left side. Graf cross to Dosdall up high. It will end up with Penoyer. Finds a lane, walks in, goes low and beats him. number 14 for the Calgary Chill. Cale Harris once again out there to take the draw. 3 minutes to go. 10 goals the difference between the Chill and the Outlaws, making quite a statement. As Cowett losing the ball right in front of the Outlaws bench. Now quite a big group trying to track it down. Cale Harris will be the one picking it up right across to McKenna. In front, pushing his way through, recovered by Cowett. 2:40 to go. Down the left, Cowett. Damon Penoyer. Dosdall. Walks in, fires, that'll go high. Recovered by Penoyer. 3 seconds, needs to fire, he will. That bounce shot sneaks in on McLeod. McKenna. Once again up high. Cook with it. Sends it down the left side to Jamison. Cross to Lewis. 15-second shot clock. He'll wind up down the left side. In front, Hildebrandt on the shot. Recovered back by Lewis. Walks in, finds a man in front. That shot will end up going right off the goaltender. They'll end up scoring. Is this going to count? The net was off. We'll wait and see what the referees say here. As this is a bit of an odd one. They'll say no goal. The Chill will have the ball in the offensive zone. 90 seconds to go in the game. That shot goes high. So end up rolling all the way in on net. Bouncing off the goaltender into the corner. He'll get knocked down, some heavy hits. We'll get a whistle and potentially a penalty. It'll be an illegal cross-check. Simon Forgeron going to sit. So we will see a power play go the Outlaws' way. 1:09 left in the third period. 2 minutes thrown up on the board. Hildebrandt down the right. Lewis back to Hildebrandt. They'll pass back and forth. Jamison in front. Lewis fires, scores. A power play goal by the Outlaws late in the game. Finds them number 5. And quietly, Lewis having a really, really solid game for the Outlaws. Dosdall in the draw. Brandon Hugh. Won by Dosdall, down the right. Picked up by Cowett. More than happy to take their time. 20-second shot clock, 40 seconds on the game. 17 got in, that's Shukat. Clark down the right. Dumoulin. 5 seconds. Walks in, fires. Good save by McLeod. He's going to wind up fired off the roof. And that'll do it for the Outlaws' last possession, as it will go right back to the Chill with 23 seconds to go. Assumingly, they're just going to let this one wind right on down. As up high, that'll be Logan Penoyer. Shot clock turned off, and that will do it. The Calgary Chill pick up a huge win at home over the Beaumont Outlaws. 14-5 will be your final score. Shots 45-33 favoring the Calgary Chill. And it was quite a performance for them. Looking really solid on the weekend, picking up 2 back-to-back big wins over the Shamrocks and then the Outlaws, increasing their win streak to 5. But that will do it for us here at Brentwood. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to have yourself a good afternoon.